cheeseburger as well?
Yes.
Sorry.
Can I have onions on it too?
All right. Thank you, Nick. That was is this working?
Yes, it is.
All right, great. Yeah, that was really intense. Thanks a whole lot, Nick. Being so enthusiastic. I hope that I'm gonna read a couple of poems and we'll see. So this is the poem that Nick mentioned that I should read. So I'm gonna start with that one. It's about fire, and everyone likes fire. Fire! Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm an
It's called
arson
The Fires.
person.
This is not one of those stories about a kid who played with fire and got burned. Instead, it is about how I built little bonfires with twigs and matchsticks, how I fanned flames with hairspray, sprayed beautiful danger in every direction from the sidewalk in front of my house when I was 9. Whole villages of ants fled, plastic men vanished, and blades of grass wilted in my wake. Yes, this is a story about learning to make fire, how I had to feed it everything so it would grow. So this is a poem I wrote in honor of my friend Laura, who's absent tonight.
Yes. Where is Laura?
She sucks.
Or maybe she's driving in with Oconto.
Yeah, perhaps they're on their way. So she had this incredibly spiritual experience the first time that she made guacamole, because she'd never really worked with an avocado before. So she told me this story, and I was like, I have to make that into a poem. It's incredible. So this is called The First Time. Today, she peeled an avocado for the first time, spaded the oily pear out with 2 fingers, plucked the pit. Black scales fell from green flesh. She had peeled other fruits before, apples, potatoes, cucumbers, scraped off skins with kitchen tools, revealed a white hardness. But she kept talking about that avocado like something about it had changed her. When she spoke, her hands wrapped around the air in front of her, cradling the space so that she could see that green thing floating between her palms. I tried to understand, but it had been so long since I touched something new. Like the first air you breathe outside and know it's spring, I asked. No, she said, like the first time alone with a lover when we let go of what covers us. For Sam. Sam really liked this poem earlier when I read it to him, so I don't know. This poem needs no explanation. A short history of my hunger. Here it is. I want to know who I was when I ate that cold chicken, that ice cream sandwich. I want to know who I was when I wanted so much more than my stomach needed. There was a TV next to the refrigerator, and I shoveled fistfuls of Cheetos, chased them with great-tasting Miller Lite. And still, there it was, thumping out of me. Eat it now. My hunger is being sponsored by Kraft Macaroni and Cheese, which tastes deliciously of cheese powder and skim milk and margarine and magic. And there was a larger hunger. The want of things and more things and cars and loves and jobs and peanut butter and Twinkies and Diet Coke. What is so wrong with wanting so many slices of Swiss cheese, gazpacho and Tupperware, shapes of fruits and jugs of milk and the brine of pickles and orgasms achieved through the soft, pulsing decadence of chocolate cake? This is called Hot Birth. She comes with sweetness on her breath. She says, tomorrow, if only, I swear, I am sorry. She amalgamates into something else. She stands delivered. She punishes. You say, I am on a sleek pane with 3 tastes of summer hanging in the air, pollen, stars, and lightning bugs. Yet I am still here in the stark and January place of the present. I persist. I am still when I am there. She says, take my name, don't take anything. This is only mine, take me instead. Is it enough to simply stand being you and being naked? She says, I want to push you open like a helicopter seed diving from a tree to the soil. She says, I want to chance upon you in the nutrient density of the earth. I want to grow things. I will show you my secrets. I try to pretend some more, some new things, and still somewhere a new dream incubates. Her fevered imagination shoots a flare-up, like an aspirin in spring. It is all she has to give. And maybe it is enough. Maybe its descent of sparks fall against the night air, just enough to incite another fire. So, I guess this is kind of a poem about being a bartender, which is one of the things I do for money.
I've never
Good one
seen
at
that.
Mike.
Thanks. Yeah, I know how to make a lot of drinks. This poem is about this is called How to Make a Dirty Martini. And there's just something about that experience when someone asks you for that, just the way they say it. So it's called How to Make a Dirty Martini. Fill a metal shaker with ice. It will be cold in your hand when you pour the gin. About 3 ounces of gin. And there's always a hint of something more than olive juice when someone orders that way. Dirty. Extra dirty. That is not your business. Your business is just the smell of the juniper, the chilled glass. Your job is to pour it perfectly, to pierce 3 olives with the plastic sword, to place it in front of him, cloudy with salt and oil. You are here, after all, only to smile and make cocktails, not to worry about anything else. What else should I read?
Everything. Yes,
everything. Okay. All right. This is called In the Sunlight. I'll just read it. In the sunlight, it presses in on me. Daylight, breakfast, coffee. A small girl in pink patent leather shoes wanders away from her stroller. Later, it is a new angel of change. Her long, stark wings beat dangerously. It is hard to open the window. Let her fly inside. Clearly, it is fall because of the burnished light and the leaves scuttling along the sidewalk. But an old man I don't know sees me outside and says, "You look like spring." It doesn't matter what season it is at all. It doesn't matter what you have asked God for. At nightfall, I reach for the lapels of your overcoat and pull you in close. I kiss your drunk mouth. It doesn't matter what time it is. That will always change. You never got what you wanted because you never asked. In the shower, a hot stream of water, soap, and forgetting, I try to see my body again for the first time. Its naked slopes, nipples, leftover scars. It doesn't matter because this morning, Juve said, the sun just kissed my eyes. This is how she woke up. This is how it begins.
Already, jeez.
I know, she's like 5 now.
That's my hair.
Okay, this is a little bit intense. I think you guys can learn
Give it to me.
This is what I know about being a woman. My body is coursing with estrogen. I have a uterus. I have breasts that fit nicely into bras that shape them into fashionable things that men like to look at. Once a month, my uterus lets go of its contest and I bleed for a few days. I am not immune to the stigma of the whole thing. I read Cosmo and think, this is what I'm supposed to look like. This is who I am. This is what I'm supposed to buy. This is what I'm supposed to eat. It goes on like this all the time. I buy, I eat, I apply lipstick. The single man outside my abortion clinic stands there with a sign. He thinks he will change some minds today because he has God and patriarchy and a picture of a bloody fetus and the force of his own stupid ego on his side. Some of my friends take pills every day. They are not ashamed. My sister got married last year and changed her name. It is not her fault. We are all powerful and sometimes subjugated. We are all healing pain and preventing reproduction because that's what we want and because that's what we need. This is what I know about being a man. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But I will listen and I want you to tell me. This is what I know about that man with his sign and his picture of his bloody fetus. My body is a vessel. It is a gift. Your God gave it to me because he knew I could be trusted with it. He said you know what to do and when. Okay, I have to follow this up with a poem I wrote in honor of my friend Katie Bishop. Yeah. See, she's a legend. So I wrote this poem and just having spent this experience with her at the Michigan Women's Music Festival. So this is a poem about the Michigan Women's Music Festival. Touch this if you can in your memory. There is a child dancing alone, close to the earth, as if the rhythm were rising off the dirt, and she wanted to hold it in her hands. There is a woman gliding naked through the field, the ghosts of her breasts floating along with her, her skin clean and empty. I do not know them or how they feel they have survived the world this far. Still, I am here sharing a field with them. I do not know how to be happy anymore, or how it is to be beautiful. Their bodies are like hands on a great drum. They know what to do. They know how to do it. I am a stranger in this family of knowing things. Touch me in your memory if you were there, or even if you can only imagine me there, cross-legged on the grass, under the shade of that tree, writing it down. Alright, I'm going to read like 2 more poems. I think that'll be enough. Okay, that's it. Alright, so I guess I wrote this poem just about the experience of riding a roller coaster. It's kind of scary, but it's kind of controlled. When you ride a roller coaster, let the gravity and the thick summer air swim around your skin. Moments of breathless agony collapse into laughter. Breathe in. Hold the air in your lungs as long as you can. Let a pressure build until you want it. The exhalation, the letting go. After many rides, you find an uncanny confidence, anticipating exact moments. When fear falls off the edge, mouthfuls of air, speed, screams, wheels on tracks, you see straight ahead at 90 miles per hour, and you are completely alone inside your body, tasting the roof of your mouth, feeling the inside of your hands suspended. Then get in your car. Go to him. Tell him you were afraid. You let go. You thought of him when you threw up your arms and screamed. Let's see. I don't know. I wrote this in Tremont, actually, since I lived in Tremont. I wrote this poem. It was just a little dance party one night at Lava Lounge, and I wrote this poem. The floor shakes with a regular synoptication as the music becomes flush with the heartbeats of several impossibly beautiful hipsters. Behold the lovely rhythm of this youth as they press uncertain against their future. After all, it is only one chilly Wednesday, and it is too much to expect that anything could get decided. So, not much will change in this bar, nothing will shift, but the tectonic plates of their bodies moving along with the grand dissonance of things, doing the best that they can. I'm going to read 2 more poems and then I'm going to stop. Okay, this is called, going back to my fire theme. I like food and fire and sex and liquor.
Me too!
The way things burn. Dismantling the Christmas tree, wrapping each ornament in newspaper, paper snowflakes sooty, frozen garland, ash. It all burned. Throw pillars, stereos, vases of flowers. In a field, a flicker burgeons from a spark. We speak later as if we remember a life before those ashes. All the trees had names, I want to say, etched rings of memory. You can no longer see after it has charred and left behind only pieces. Heat ravaged all of it. Its long licks raised the green land. Later we stand in a field of missing trees. My new lover breathes on my neck. Pulling closer, he grazes each nerve gently. Imagine a field, he says. We are naked in the open air. I let go. Smoke dances in my lungs. In my fireplace, a single log burns. It changes goldenrod to orange to purple, its body taken over with flames, surrounded. It clinks like a teaspoon strikes a tin can. Then the log collapses, leaving only a shell behind. All evidence disappears. And there is no evidence, only the smell of sandalwood and lavender incense. There is no memory of sex, of burning, only the black circle of earth, what it left behind. I stood outside myself then, watched everything I loved burn, as if letting go were a passive ritual, as if I could throw my pain into the fire, sever it from myself. I stood in a place where I could watch things die, as if seeing it happen makes a difference. So yeah, I'm just gonna read this last poem. This is forthcoming. We're all familiar with winter. This is just like some random sentiments about considering winter and the fall. It's very, very cold. The question of winter. Just wait. You ask questions. You want me to answer. There is a car stopped along the highway, abandoned, its hazard lights flashing in yellow rhythms. You want to know everything. How did it get there? What is wrong? Where is the driver? Is she okay? A student raises her hand. She wants to know the difference between right and right. They sound the same but mean different things. This is harder to explain than I want. It's like yes can mean yes, or it can mean maybe, or it can mean later, or it can mean no, never. They found a man's pants 2 days ago. Everyone wants answers too. Is he still alive? How much longer? When will I know I have survived this? Later still, we are traveling down the highway, the street lamps lighting up the salted road, a phosphorescent daylight. I ask over and over, are we there yet? How much longer? I ask even though there are miles to go and hours to wait. I ask even when I know the answer. I ask because I want to hear your voice, low and gentle across the air, because I want to bridge this silence with sound. And even when they find his body, and the little hope we had is frozen, she is still walking along the dark highway with a gas can, finding her way back to the flashing car. You can still say yes and mean it, really mean it.
We've been trying to get Bridgette in here to read for, probably a good 2 years, maybe, yeah. And I'm glad that you all have all been able to hear her share.